Hello everyone. Today we will discuss some previous year GATE questions. Question number 1. Consider the following parse tree for the expression A hash B $C $D hash E hash F involving two binary operators and hash in this parse tree. Now, which one of the following is correct for the given parse tree? Dollar has higher precedence and is left associative, hash is right associative. Now, we know that when we are deciding the associativity and precedence of the operators, we have to traverse the tree from bottom to up. When we traverse the tree, you can see this way we will come to B. That means first this dollar will be evaluated. Then this dollar will be evaluated. So if the expression is B $C $D, in that case left dollar is first evaluated and right dollar after the left dollar is evaluated. So we can say dollar is left associative. Now another thing, we have to find out the precedence of dollar. We can see in this tree, first of all the dollars are evaluated. You can see here, first this dollar is evaluated, then this dollar is evaluated, then this hash will be evaluated, then this hash will be evaluated, and at last this hash will be evaluated. So now you can see in this tree, first dollar is evaluated, then hash is evaluated. So the precedence of dollar is more as compared to hash. Now we have two things. Dollar is left associative and the precedence of dollar is more than hash. Now our task is to find out the associativity of hash. You can see here in this tree B $C $D hash E hash F. In this case, first the right hash is evaluated here, then the left hash is evaluated here. Suppose that I am just taking this tree as T1, so T1 has E has F, T1 has E has F. In this case, E has F will be evaluated first, then T1 has the result of this will be evaluated. So we can say hash is right associative because the right hash is evaluated first, then the left hash is evaluated. So which option is correct now? Dollar has higher precedence and is left associative. This is correct. Hash is right associative. This is also correct. So option A is correct. When you see option B, hash has higher precedence. No, it is incorrect. Dollar has higher precedence and is left associative. Hash is left associative. It is also incorrect. Hash has higher precedence. It is incorrect. So the answer is what? A. Answer is A in this question. Now question number 2. Consider the following intermediate program in 3 address code. P assigned the value of A minus B, Q assigned the value of P into C, P assigned the value of U into V, and Q assigned the value of P plus Q. Which one of the following corresponds to a static single assignment from the above code? As we know that in static single assignment, every variable is defined once, or you can say it is assigned once. Now that means first we will look in A. P1 assign the value of a minus b. This is incorrect. This is correct because P1 is the first definition of P. So it is written here as different definition P1. Now, Q assigned the value of P into C. It is written here Q1 assigned the value of P, and P, the assignment corresponding P is what? P1. So it becomes P1 into C. This is also correct. Next, P assigned the value of U into V. Now, in this case, you can see here P1 is defined one more time. And we know that in static single assignment, every variable is assigned once. It should be here different. It cannot be written like P1. It can be P2, it can be P3, but it cannot be same as this. Okay, this is incorrect. Now, B. P3 assigned the value of A minus B. It is correct because P3 is different here. Q4 assigned the value of P3. P becomes P3. This one P3. It is correct here. Into C. This is also correct. This one is correct. Now, P4 assigned the value of U into V. This is different definition of P. So it becomes P4. That is also correct. Now, this one, and Q5 assigned the value of P plus Q. Now, the current P is P4 and the current Q is Q4. This one Q4 value and this one P4 value. This is correct. This option is correct. Now we will see C option. P1 assigned the value of A minus B. This is correct. Q1 assigned the value of P2 into C. This is incorrect. It should be P1 here because it uses the value of P, and that value that is assigned already, what is that? P1. So it should be P1. This is incorrect. D. P1 assigned the value of A minus B. That is correct. Q1 assigned the value of P. It should be P1 here. This is incorrect. So we can say which option is correct? B option is correct. Question number 3. Match the following according to input from the left column to the compiler phase in the right column that process it. We can see here syntax tree is given as input into the semantic analysis phase. So syntax tree is given as input to the semantic analyzer. This is correct. Now, character stream, it is given as input to the lexical analysis phase. So this corresponds to lexical analyzer. Intermediate representation, it is given as input to the code generator. It is also given to the code optimization, but code optimization is not present here. And we know that after code optimization, we also get optimized intermediate code or intermediate representation. So we can say intermediate representation is given as input to the code generator. Token stream, it is given as input to the syntax analyzer. Now just look into the options. P2 syntax tree to syntax analyzer, incorrect. B, P2, this is incorrect. C, P3 syntax tree is given as input to the semantic analyzer, correct. Q4 character stream is given as input to the lexical analyzer, is also correct. R1 intermediate representation is given as input to the code generator, this is correct. S2 token stream is given as input to the syntax analyzer, correct. So option C is correct. Question number 4. Which of the following statement about the parser is are correct? We know that CLR, or you can say canonical LR, is most powerful parser. Canonical LR is more powerful than SLR. It is correct. SLR is more powerful than LLR. Incorrect. LLR is more powerful than SLR. SLR is more powerful than canonical LR. Incorrect. So we can say only statement 1 is correct. Canonical LR is more powerful than SLR. A is correct. 1 only. Question number 5. Consider the following expression grammar G. E rise to E minus T or T rise to T plus F or F rise to in bracket E or ID. Which of the following grammars are not left recursive but equivalent to G? That means our task is to remove the left recursion from this grammar. And what is left recursion? If the production is in the form of A rise to A alpha or beta. This is known as left recursion. And how we remove that? We have to write A rise to beta, this one, A prime, A, another variable that is not present in the grammar. I have taken here A prime. And A prime rise to alpha, this one, A prime or empty. Just apply this in this grammar. First option, E rise to E minus T or T. This is incorrect because it also contains left recursion. You can see here, this E is A here. A rise to A and minus T becomes alpha or beta, beta is T here. So this is incorrect. It contains left recursion. B, E rise to T E prime. T is beta. So beta E prime, another variable. And E prime rise to alpha. Alpha is minus T E prime or empty. Now another production, it is written as same here and it contains the left recursion. You can see here, this T is A, then it becomes A rise to A, this T plus F is alpha or F is beta here. So this is also incorrect. This contains left recursion. Now option C, E rise to Tx. T is what? Beta, and one variable that is taken here, X. No problem. E prime is taken as X here. X derives to alpha minus T, X or empty. This is correct. T derives to, this is beta here, F, Y, another variable, no problem. Y derives to alpha, that is plus F, Y, correct, or empty. And in this production there is no left recursion, so it can be written as it is. So it is written here, F derives to in bracket E or ID. So option C is correct. You can see option D, this is also incorrect. It is written as E derives to Tx or in bracket Tx. This is incorrect. So option C is correct in this case. Thank you very much.